Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport still in the Championship into Season 7 now, and it's going to be, hopefully, a nice and exciting season, and maybe we start pushing for promotion to the Premier League. Maybe. I think I'm being a bit optimistic, but then again, last season we did finish 10th. So to give you a little bit of a summary as to what has happened recently in the save. Basically, what happened last season. As I mentioned, we did finish 10th place in the table. However, we were the top scoring team in the league. We scored 89 goals. I think Watford was second with 85, something along those lines. Yeah, we were the top scoring team in the league. The problem is, we also leaked a few goals, shall we say, because we drew quite a lot of football matches. Obviously, being the start of a new season, there is quite a lot of transfer business to go through. In fact, we have sold the greatest Uruguayan ever to grace a football field in Merseyside because it was a lot of money. Okay, Leeds came in for a decent sum of money and I couldn't really turn it down because we, despite the fact that we're doing really well, we still don't have a huge amount of money. But don't worry, the money has been reinvested for the most part. 2 and a bit million of it has been reinvested for the most part. Sebastian Millet obviously has left the club, who was our top goalscorer last season. He has signed for Valencia or Sevilla. One of the two, I will never remember which. Rourke Murray, he has signed a permanent deal. We'll get to him in a minute. A few other players as well have extended their loan deals. There's a lot to talk about. So yes, as I have mentioned, the greatest Uruguayan ever to grace a football field in Merseyside has left the club. £6 million, which doesn't seem like a huge amount of money considering he's now worth £9 million. But £6 million it has cost Leeds United. I'm not sure whether we've got any 50% sell-ons or anything like that in there. I feel like we probably do. He scored 12 goals and got 16 assists last season. I hope I don't regret that decision to sell him. Someone else who has left the club in the summer, and I'm hoping I don't regret this decision either, is Antoine Prévost. The French central midfielder has signed for St Etienne in Ligue 1. They have bought him for £2.4 million, and I'm pretty sure there is a sell-on fee percentage, those words in there as well. Again, 26 games, 4 assists, 1 man of the match, 7.23 rating from last season. Hopefully he won't be missed. Pretty sure he won't be. We've brought ourselves an amazing Hungarian. Bit of a weird one, this one. Gary Peralta, the Panamanian, has left the club as well, signing for Huddersfield for £1.5 million, and I'm pretty sure we've got some sell-on fees in that one. 2 more permanent deals to talk about. Brandon Fleming is next up, who we signed at the start of last season, didn't really play a lot of football, and has been sold to Sheffield Wednesday for £240,000, so we made a little bit of a profit on him. Not really enough to talk about though. And finally, Francisco Musa, the Mozambican who's been at the club for the past 4 seasons, has signed for Wolves. Probably going to be a second or third choice goalkeeper there. £17,250. We were never playing Francisco, so I just wanted to shift him on. So players who are returning to the club following extending loan deals. Clifton Miller, first up, obviously from Bournemouth last season. 16 appearances for us last year. Did alright. He's probably going to be our number 1 right back for this season. Rafael Afonso is next up on loan from Norwich. We got him in, he then got immediately injured, so hopefully now that he's not going to be injured, he's going to get a decent amount of football underneath his belt this season. Decent central defender, which I think is where we struggled a lot last season. Also extending their loan deal is 21-year-old Italian left-back Ezio Spadera for, I think this is possibly his 3rd season. Yes, it is his 3rd season at the club. Napoli signed him for £1.2 million, and we've basically reaped all the rewards from that. And it wouldn't be a Southport transfer window without confirming that Luis Villadres has extended his loan deal for another season. He's been here for 5 years on loan. Why did Barnsley sign him? I have no idea. He's never played for Barnsley. He's lived in Southport for the last 5 years. So yeah, he's extended his loan deal. He'll probably get a decent amount of football again. The other player to join on a loan deal is Asquith Hurdle. The English striker from Bournemouth has signed until the end of the season. He is hopefully going to be my Sebastian Millet replacement. He's not as good as Millet, but he's still pretty good. I was trying to get somebody who was on par with Millet, but it was never going to happen because I don't know how we managed to do it in the first place. Millet was outstanding for us. Hurdle, I'm hoping he's alright. He's also called Asquith, which, to be fair, is just a superb name. Next up then, Rourke Murray. He has signed on a permanent deal. It's cost us £2.1 million, but he's pretty much our only transfer that we've done that has cost any money. £7 million he's worth, £11,000 a week. He is by far our highest earner, but I'm hoping he's not going to be here that long. Basically, I want him for 1 or 2 seasons, and then he'll just get replaced He'll have to sign a new contract because I'm pretty sure he's got a match highest earner in there somewhere. I mean, this contract, please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. This is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous contract. But yeah, he does have that match highest earner, which we're going to have to try and get rid of sooner rather than later. The other player that we've signed that's cost some money is Joel Tibui from the Ivory Coast, from Foot Africa apparently. He's cost £33,500. Nothing really special. I picked him up from the under-20 squad. He's got some mental stats. Tackling's alright as well. He's not going to play for a few years. Another Ivorian that we have signed, this time from ASEC Mimosas, is Boubacar Ndri, 18 years old, right back. Probably, again, not going to see a huge amount of football this season. Maybe in a couple of years' time, Boubacar is going to be getting a fair amount of football. 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Again, free transfer. You can't go wrong with a free transfer. Javier Leal is next up, the Guatemalan central defender. I love signing players from really unfashionable footballing nations, and Guatemala certainly ticks one of those boxes. 18 years of age. He's got 13 caps, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential on Javier. He is our second Leal, by the way. We've got Paul, who I think is Mexican. He's probably one of our better central defenders. And I was a bit surprised when he came in at 3-star current ability. I was expecting it to be a bit lower than that. So the Alan Prevost replacement is Hungarian central midfielder Zlot Miskay. He is 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, natural Mazzala, worth £250,000 on a reasonably small contract as well. I think he's just really good. Yes, mentally, that's what's letting him down, but technically, he's really, really good, so hopefully he can do the business for us. Again, free transfer. Another central defender. This time it's the greatest Uruguayan ever to grace a football field in Merseyside. That's right, we've got a new one. It's Sebastian Mendes, Uruguayan central defender, signed from Danubio, who, if you're not aware, are a club that if you want to buy decent Uruguayans, always check their youth system because they're amazing. 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential on Mendes. Again, free transfer. Not really sure why a lot of these players are coming in on frees. I think because I don't have some of these leagues on, the clubs just don't offer them contracts. They then expire and just get dropped completely, so we're able to pick them up. I like the look of Sebastian, probably going to get a decent amount of football for us. One of my favourite signings is Miguel Conceição, the Portuguese attacking midfielder. Yes, he doesn't play a position that we currently play. However, I am training him up to be a right winger on that right-hand side. That's what right winger means. He has come in from Benfica, from the B team. 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential on Miguel Conceição. I think if he can get a lot of football under his belt, he could turn into a very, very good footballer for us. Next up is 21-year-old English right winger Craig Rutter. He was released by Crystal Palace at the end of last season. I picked him up on a free transfer. Lots of clubs, for some reason, really want to loan him. I don't know why, because he's going to be my first choice right winger. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. I think Craig Rutter is one of those players that he will get us through a season, and then we're definitely going to replace him. But for a season, I'm hoping he's good enough. Someone who we won't see a huge amount of is Daniel Pugh, the 21-year-old Welsh left wing-back, who's training up to be a proper left-back because we don't play wing-backs, was signed from Naseby in Norway. I don't know why he was playing in Norway, but he was. He's never played for anyone else. I don't even think he's part Norwegian. He's not. No, he was just in Denmark, sorry, not Norway. Yeah, he was just there, just playing away. I don't know why, but yeah, we picked him up on a free transfer. I bought him because of his physical stats, really. Joining the ever-expanding list of young Brazilians that we have in our club, Edson Helu has signed, 18 years of age. He is a right-sided winger who's training up to be a left-back. Now, you might be wondering why I'm training him up to be a left-back. I've got loads of wingers, okay? I've got loads of attacking players. I don't have any left-backs. He's a left-footed right winger, training him up to be a left-back. If it fails, it fails. If you've watched any of my previous saves, particularly the Newcastle save, you will realise I like to retrain footballers all the time. I did it with Marlon Charles, and we're doing it with Edson Helu. Hopefully, he will become an accomplished left-back, because I think he'll do a decent job. Maybe not the defending part. We've also got ourselves a returning player in James Trafford, the goalkeeper, who we signed from Man City, I think? Yeah, Man City, then left, went to Brentford for about £500,000, never kicked a ball for Brentford. He has returned to us as a backup goalkeeper, because Karamoko Kone will be our number one keeper. But yeah, James Trafford is back, and he's already annoyed and hates me because I said I will sign some new midfielders, and apparently I didn't, even though I signed Zlot Miskay, who is a very good new midfielder. So is this next guy. Nicolo Fagiolo, who is formerly of Juve, 24 years of age central midfielder. The good thing about him is he can play in that position there, which is basically where we're going to play him. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He's worth an absolute bucket load of cash. Free transfer once again, completely released from Juve. I think we've got a pretty decent midfield, a pretty decent squad going forward. And that's all of the transfers to talk about, but I think we've started the season pretty well as well. Yes, we're only 3 games in, but we have played some of the bigger sides. We've beaten West Brom 2-0, Craig Rutter, Rourke Murray. We've drawn 0-0 away from home against Cardiff. We've then beaten Burnley 3-1, Rutter again, Hurdle and Rafael Afonso on the score sheet in this one. Let's not talk about the Carabao Cup. Nobody cares about that competition. Unless we get really far in it, then we do care. So that does mean that we are currently sat 5th place in the table after just 3 matches. We do have to play Newcastle next. I picked Newcastle because that was the team that I've last done a save with. So I kind of feel like they're my old team, even though they're not in this save. But you know what I mean. It's a team that I've got feelings for in Football Manager 20. So hopefully that was a relatively quick roundup of what we've done so far. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to talk about. Let's have a quick look at the club vision, just so you're aware of what is going on. They wanted us to get to the Carabao Cup 3rd round. We failed that miserably. They want us to get in the playoffs. That's right, they want us to get in the playoffs, don't they? We have to have a good season this year. Also, the stadium, if we go here and facilities, it will be finished in 2 years' time. So we've still got a long way to go yet. And now we will play our first match on camera of the second season in the Championship. Newcastle United, managed by former Wolves manager Nuno Espirito Santo. If we can pick up 3 points here, we'll go on to 10 points. I'm not massively confident. Away from home, we've not been as good, although we've only played twice. We lost 3-1 and drew 0-0 with Cardiff, so we might get something. The starting lineup then for the Newcastle game. In goal will be Karamoko, Kone, Spadera, Leal, Afonso and Clifton Miller will be that back 4. 4 defenders. 3 of them are on loan. We do need to strengthen our defence. I think that's going to have to be a job for next season, maybe even January if we can. The midfield triangle will be Fagioli, Miske and Perez. It's going to be Craig Rutter, Rourke Murray and Asquith Hurdle as our strikers. I'm sure you've probably noticed I've now got a green screen here that's going on. It hasn't ever been here for any of the Southport save. It has been here for the next season of the Sampdoria save. Anyway, Newcastle have the ball in the penalty area. It's Spalek with an effort. It's well over the bar. With just 11 minutes on the clock, Newcastle have the first chance. Not really a huge amount is going on. Another chance for Newcastle. Corner comes in front post. The ball has... It's a penalty. There was a weird bit of lag there. It's a penalty. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Who is stepping up against Karamoko Kone? It is Spalek. Nicholas Spalek. Kone dives. I mean, he telegraphed that, didn't he? I knew he was diving left like about half an hour before the penalty was even given. Well, not the best start. I say start with 35 minutes in. Almost at half time, and there's a potential chance for either side at the moment. If we can steal it away, then it might be going our way. Robert Gumney, the Polish right back, can run forward with the ball. Fagioli steals it away, finds Rourke Murray on the left. Lots and lots of space for the former Spurs man to run into. Goes direct to goal, tries to place it past Walton. Walton does a lovely television save to hold on to it. Well, half time then. It's 1-0 to Newcastle. We are not doing particularly well. My assistant manager, who is actually myself, just not myself, it's Psycho, Stuart Pearce, just says, just sympathise. No, you've been rubbish. You've not really done a lot. Miski is going to have an angry shouting out. I'm not happy with you particularly today. Calmly, I'm going to try and fix this. I'm happy with you. That's a bad thing. Just walk away. Right, we're not going to do any changes at half time, partially because lots of people need to be coming off the pitch. Miske, Hurdle, Murray, Rutter's just gone up. Afonso's on a 6.5 as well. Fabrizio Bruno with the goal kick. McCalmont back to Bruno. He's going to go back to Murillo and all the way back to Walton in goal. Asquith doesn't close him down for some reason. McCalmont to Lamina. Now Spalek. I think Newcastle have just been relegated, if I'm not mistaken. Fagioli, great tackle from the Italian. Now Rourke Murray forward. Asquith Hurdle into the penalty area. Goes for the opposite corner. And Asquith Hurdle makes it 1-1 against Newcastle. That is the type of performance we need in the second half. Fabrizio Bruno with a free kick inside our half. Gumney to McCalmont. He's going to get the ball back over the top. Terrace, I think he was offside. Yes, he was. There we go. Koenig's just dropped the ball onto the floor. We're going to see the free kick as well. The Ivorian to Paul Leal, the Mexican. That is not the new signing from Guatemala. It's Leal, the Mexican. Upfield. Hurdle heads down. It's stolen by Rourke Murray. Perez over the top. Hurdle once again into the area. Can he do it for a second time? He can't. Walton makes a save. Not sure who takes our corners. I don't think I've set this up. It's Rourke Murray towards the middle. It's gone over absolutely everybody. Have I set up corners on this? I probably haven't. Right, time for a change. We're going to do Zlot off. We're going to do Luis Valadres on. Swap you two over. And then we're going to do Rutter off as well for Keith Hall, who can't play as a right winger, but we're doing it anyway. Free kick for Newcastle. Fabrizio Bruno's there at the front post, hits it wide. We've still got a decent amount of time to play, so we could nick ourselves 3 points. Or Newcastle could, possibly with this highlight. Miller heads the ball forward, but only as far as McAlmont. Now Ademi plays it back to McAlmont, kicks it straight into our player. Hurdle to Hall. Hall needs to just play that on the floor if he can. He's gone over the top instead. Luis Valadres, lovely control from the Honduran. Across to Fagioli. Fagioli across to JLP. Rourke Murray's in the area. What a save that is from the goalkeeper. It's a free kick anyway. I think Rourke Murray was offside. Newcastle now have a chance. Ademi crosses it in. Gray, McAlmont, Terence was offside. Terrace was offside. Gray's put the ball in the back of the net. It's going to count, which I think is absolute nonsense because Terence was offside. I know his name is Terrace, but I'm calling him Terence. He was definitely offside, right? Hold on. Right, so Ademi plays the ball in. There's the header. So if whoever the striker is that Gray? I don't know whether that is Gray, but if whoever the striker is... Oh, no, it's the McAlmont, sorry. Yes, definitely. He's offside. He has to be offside. He is miles offside when McAlmont heads that forward. Just because he doesn't get the ball, he put Leo under pressure. I'm calling BS on that. Right, let's do our final change. Spadera coming off. Sungui's going to come on as a left-back. Sungui's one of those players that he's actually really versatile. Like, he can play as a right winger if we need him to, or as a left-back. I don't have too many players like that. Spalek with a free kick for Newcastle. They've put the ball in. How's Fabrizio Bruno put that ball in? It's going to be a 3-1 defeat. It's not very good. Not happy with it. Well, full-time whistle goes then. A 3-1 defeat against Newcastle. We were not actually too bad. We just got screwed over by the referee. Demarai Gray's goal should definitely not have counted. I think the Fabrizio Bruno goal was just a bit weird, wasn't it? We just had some issues. Some players just didn't perform. Others did. We gave away a penalty as well. We should have won that 1-0. I'm calling it now. We should have won it 1-0. Well, we dropped down to 8th place, but we're only 4 games in, so that's not really too bad, is it? Still, 7 points on the board. We have got a reasonable lot. A lot of fixtures to play in August. We've still got QPR, Swansea, Brentford and Luton still to play. What we're going to do is have a really long episode, and we're going to play Luton as well in it. It's now the end of August. We have played 3 further matches. 2 of them actually were away from home. We are we are undefeated for those 3 matches. Obviously, we did lose to Newcastle earlier on in the episode, but yeah, we've done all right. We've actually picked up 1 victory, 2 draws on the road. We started off really well with a 2-0 victory against QPR. Clifton Miller and Rafael Afonso, the 2 defenders with the goals here. Against Swansea, a 0-0 draw. Literally 3 highlights in the entire match there. Against Brentford, a 1-1 draw. In this one, Asquith Hurdle opened the scoring. Karamoko Kone saved 4,392 shots from Brentford. He got a 7.7 rating. I've very rarely seen a goalkeeper get over about a 6.8. It means league table-wise, we are the only team, along with Brentford, to have played 7 matches. I don't know why, but we are up into 4th place, 12 points on the board. 3 wins, 3 draws, just the 1 defeat so far against Newcastle. I realised I did completely forget to mention that we've done loan signings out of the club as well. Olafon was gone to Oxford. What else we got? Unlandulu to Mansfield. Aaron Gage, the goalkeeper, to Bristol Rovers. Matthias Carrasco to Billericay on loan as well. He's also a goalkeeper. Fred Langton to Preston. Diego Reyes to Toluca. Bartosz Gora to Gornik. Leonardo Mercado we already know about. Joe Spooner to Eastleigh. And Fabrizio Francia off to Progresso. We've also gone and got ourselves a new feeder club as well. And by feeder club, I mean parent club. It's Everton. I had choices. Literally, these came in today. They came in on the 30th. It is the 30th. I had the choice of Everton, Chelsea or Southampton. And I was going to go for Southampton because I'm a Southampton fan. However, thinking logically, Everton is literally located half an hour away from Southport. So I thought, you know what, that probably makes the most sense. That's the one we should probably go with. So let's not have this episode be 4 hours long. Let's try and get through this match then. Luton Town, currently 7th place in the table. We have played them a lot because they were also in League One when we got promoted from League One. They stayed up. We obviously stayed up, finishing 10th place last season. We don't beat them too often. We've beaten them once, we've drawn once. They have beaten us twice. Hopefully this is the season where we can turn that into a slightly more yellow bar. The starting lineup then for the Luton game, I think, is exactly the same as the Newcastle game. Karamoko, Coney and goal. Spadera, Leal, Afonso and Clifton Miller at the back. Fagioli, Miske and Perez. Rutter, Murray and Asquith Hurdle as our striker. Rourke Murray, who has cost us £2.1 million. I don't know whether I've mentioned that. He's really struggling. He's not doing anything good this season. He's got a 6.99 rating. He does have 3 assists, but he's not done anything for the last 4 games, really. He did get an assist against Newcastle. Completely forgot that, apparently. Now, we are one of those teams that seem to do really well at home. I don't know whether it's because we play in front of 5,000 people, and that's all we can physically get into Hague Avenue, or whether that's just something kind of programmed into the game. Rutter's gone for a headed effort, it's over the bar. But yeah, we haven't yet to drop any points at home, as far as I can tell. All of our drop points have been away from home. Lewis with a corner for Luton. Front post headed effort from Johnson just goes wide of the post. We get ourselves a goal kick. Luton with a goal kick. Kelleher upfield. Rourke Murray heads the ball down, but to nobody other than himself. So Luton can get the ball forward. It's Ockenberry, maybe. Why did I pick Luton? Luton always seem to have really confusing strikers' names. Ockenberry back to the midfielder Sheath. Back to Ockenberry. Ben Sheath once again with the ball. Loses out. Rourke Murray intercepts the pass. He's got Asquith Hurdle in front of him. Murray's going all alone. Rourke Murray in on goal. Goes for a placed effort, but Kelleher makes a very easy save. Rourke Murray needs to stop doing that and start actually using his brain a little bit. Another goal kick for Kelleher in his lovely pink goalkeeper kit with green gloves. That's a style choice that I will have to question. Not that I'm the most stylish person. Murray into the penalty area. He's gone for goal again, and once again it is saved, and Luton clear the ball. Corner, Miske, the Hungarian, on that right-hand side, crosses in. Clifton Miller, the right-back's headed effort goes over the bar. Lots of chances, but so far none of them have found the back of the net. And at half-time, it remains 0-0 against Luton. I'm going to give them an assertive, I'm not happy, because I'm not happy. Fagioli seems demotivated, fair enough. I mean, Craig Rutter is definitely just coming off the pitch, because a 6.2 says to me that you haven't done anything at all. Keith Hall will be coming on. And we'll put you as a winger on attack. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, but we're going to go for it. Let's give them a get creative as well. Just 5 minutes into the second half. Murray cuts inside, keeps going towards goal. He's gone for another effort. And again, it's just straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Miske with a free kick. Murray's at the back, doesn't get it. JLP on the volley. Kelleher once again makes a relatively simple save. We're getting loads and loads of shots, but they're all junk. Kelleher's kick upfield for Luton doesn't go beyond Fagioli. Now, Afonso Fagioli all the way back to Karamoko Kone. This is a weird highlight because this has come from that little volleyed effort. Leal to Kone once again. Just lump it upfield. I can see a goal happening otherwise. Miske in the centre circle to JLP. Ezio Spadera. Don't really see a huge amount of him at the moment. I was going to say he's lost the ball. He hasn't. It's Keith Hall at the back post, and Keith Hall gets his first goal of the season. 54 minutes on the clock. Scintillating stuff. Spadera with a wonderful assist puts us 1-0 up against Luton Town, and that might actually move us into the top 3. No, it just puts us on 15 points. That's fine. Right, time for some subs. Lots of these players were on 6.4s. Just as I clicked the button, they pinged over to like 6.9s. We're going to do JLP off. Valadrez is going to come on. We're probably going to do Lelico on. Actually, yes, we'll do that now. Lelico on for Rourke Murray. Because Murray, again, he's not really done a huge amount. 6.8 is a decent number. But what has he done to get that 6.8? Not a lot. Oh, and Keith Hall's now bruised his bloody shin. Right, goal kick for Luton. Kelleher upfield. Brown's going to easily control that ball. Michael Rangel back to Boshinowitz. Paweł Boshinowitz. I had him for a team. I can't remember what team, but in one of the older Football Managers I had him. Asquith Hurdle was getting on the end of that. Is he going to make it too? He doesn't. He puts his effort just wide of Kelleher's goal. Johnson's throw for Luton. 6 minutes of normal time. Johnson gets it back. Morley to Hume. just inside the Southport half. Doesn't manage to get it over Clifton Miller. And now the bruised shin of Keith Hall can run forward with the ball. Dinks it over. Lovely control from Hurdle. And once again, Hurdle has missed an absolutely golden opportunity. How many, key chances have we had? How many chances have we had to actually score a goal and just not managed to do it? Fagioli's going to collect it. 4 minutes just of normal time to play plus any injury time. Clifton Miller towards Lelico at the back post, and Lelico's header is over the bar. Wasn't even on target. That was a terrible effort. Well, it looks like we're going to win the game, and I don't think we really did enough to win that. I mean, obviously we scored a goal. Defensively, that's where we won the game. Defences win matches. We had 27 shots. 27 shots, 4 clear-cut chances, 1 goal. How did we just not score 4 goals in that? I don't think we need to address anything specific right now. Wrong. I'm not happy. Who looks stressed? JLP looks stressed. I mean, you're getting an angry shouting at because that was just awful. Not pleased with you at all. Anyone else? I mean, the defence, well done. Passionately, I'm impressed. You did good job. Right, I'm ruining it. Walk away. Well then, that 3 points means that we move up into 3rd place in the table. 15 points joint with Crystal Palace, but our goal difference... We're not scoring the goals this season, are we? We've got 10 in 8, which actually isn't terrible. Palace have scored 20? They've scored 20 goals in 7 matches. 4 against Birmingham, 3 against Brentford, Blackburn, Bristol City, Middlesbrough and Stoke. They are scoring goals for fun. Well, that is going to do it then for this rather long episode. I assume it's 25-30 minutes long at this point. We are 3rd place in the table after 8 games. Next episode, what are we going to do? We're going to go for Blackburn, I think, who are currently top of the table. Great selection there, Stuart. And maybe Stoke. Sure, top and bottom. There we go, Blackburn and Stoke. That's what we're going to go for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'm also doing a Sampdoria save as well on the channel, so you can also check that out if you want. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Perfect outro every time.